In the heart of the Bible Belt is a city with a surprisingly Art Deco downtown.
Tulsa experienced two huge oil booms early in its history, and because of that reason, there's a lot of prosperity in the downtown area. And it is an area where Protestant evangelical Christianity reigns supreme. In fact, there are churches on nearly every street corner.
But one building here stands out, seemingly unrelated to the city's oil-fueled wealth or religious roots.
This building is an icon in Tulsa. A lot of people recognize it, and a lot of people think it's an eyesore.
The first thing you notice is it has no windows. Instead, it has these kind of gold-tinted diamond shapes all around it.
Is it meant to keep people from seeing in to what's going on inside, or to keep people who are inside from being able to see out?
It looks almost like a big Lego brick or something from a science fiction movie from the 1950s in which they're imagining what the future looks like.
Its unique design makes sense when you learn of its creator and his controversial master plan.
The man behind this building, much like the building itself, divides opinions.
What happened inside was revolutionary to American culture.
Millions of Americans would be personally touched by what went on inside this building, even though many of them would never step foot inside of it themselves.
Entering the building in its current state is not for the faint-hearted.
Inside, of course, it's pitch black because there are no windows. But once you bring a flashlight, you see this spooky array of tunnels and rooms. Everything's painted white.
But there is one floor that feels very different to the rest.
Wow. It's amazing how big this auditorium is. I mean, this is a massive, massive room. From the outside, you would never know that there's a huge auditorium up here.
Daniel Iskrig is an assistant professor at a local university and knows all about the history of this building. But until now, he hasn't been inside.
This room would have been filled with seats from this area here up towards the front, which there would have been a stage up there. I can only imagine this room packed with people and the energy of the singing and the organ and just the electricity.
Everyone had come to hear the words of one man, a preacher called Oral Roberts.
Roberts was a consummate showman, someone who could bring in thousands of people and hold them in a state of enraptured connection with God.
In his time, everybody knew who Oral Roberts was. This was a man whose fame extended far beyond Christians.
Here's a little boy who wants his eyesight healed.
Oral became a household name in the late 50s because of his pioneering exploitation of a new form of communication, television.
I didn't mean to hurt you, but God's Spirit came in my hand then. How many fingers is that man holding up?
4.
4 is right. 4 is right.
Roberts was a real early adopter when it came to television. Ratings were pretty small at first, but as TV sales took off across America, so did Roberts' television show.
Roberts realized that these mass media broadcasts could bring hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people together.
To the miracle of television, you have been in our great 10th cathedral here.
The fact that there's Christian television today, that it's one of the primary means by which people receive the gospel, is a tribute to what he did so many years ago by putting the gospel on TV in prime time, and that the world, religious or non, could watch.
By 1957, his TV show was airing on over 135 stations. Oral needed a building to run what was now a national operation. In 1958, work began on his new HQ, the Abundant Life Building.
So here on the first floor was the destination for those who would come and to visit this headquarters. This particular area here was a giant mural called the Abundant Life mural, which was painted by a famous sculptor. He wanted to make this visitor center a place where people would come in and just be in awe of the magnitude of this ministry.
Oral's extravagant design choices reflected his unconventional interpretation of Christianity.
He encouraged his followers not to feel guilty about success, but in fact that their proper devotion to God would help them be successful.
For Oral, devotion meant donation.
A huge portion of his programming was fundraising. It was imploring his audience to make whatever small contribution they could for this greater cause